Do you have a plan to increase diversity and representation in the hall and in the membership?
I have. I believe that everyone should have a chance based on what they're capable of doing. It shouldn't matter if a person is black, white, uh, or whatever. What matters is what they have in their heart as a willingness to serve the local. Having been put in the smallest office at Local 429 after over 15 years experience is I know firsthand what persecution feels like. And I know that those who feel they are left out, we need to find ways to include them into the local and also to be able to reach out to other members to say, hey, it's okay to voice your opinions. Did you realize that that AFL-CIO even has a Tennessee Members Assistance Program once people are going through hardship? I told one particular member on the day he committed suicide, this information is available. He could have used it. So he died knowing it was there if he wanted to. So we need to do a better job in reaching out to our members.
Really, right now, our local union staff and the membership, the apprenticeship, they're all more diverse than they've ever been. Something I'm really proud of is that our organization, right now, it's a much more accurate reflection of our community than it was when I started. It looks more like the town that we live in. So I think that's important though, and I'm really proud. I think we're doing a great job on that as well.
Mark and I have had this conversation several times in the last few months. We both are in favor of setting up a committee that brings everyone to the table. This committee would help us find a pathway to increase diversity, whether it be through the membership, on staff, or whatever. I think that the people that can give us the best possible pathway to success on any questions of diversity are the people it's going to directly affect.
I think with hopefully our new business manager, Mike Fuller, being that he's trilingual, I think that will help with diversity. I think right now our hall is segregated. I know on the job sites, it seems like you have the Spanish speakers on one end of the brake trailer and then everybody else on the other end. And I really feel that something needs to be done to bring everybody together and make it a we, not us and them.
I absolutely have a plan to increase diversity and membership in the hall. And in the membership, I'd like to say that the committees, the different committees like the minority caucuses and all those, I'd like to see those empowered. The inner city also maybe pursue membership development from some of those different avenues. And of course, the Hispanic community, I'm deeply involved with the Hispanic community. So I would like to increase membership and standards in all of those areas, of course.
Yeah, I have a plan to more or less, I think, again, it all comes down to the committees and finding people that give a darn and get those people involved. Because at the end of the day, it's been the same in churches, it's been the same in the union and the apprenticeship. And this is true for in life as well. You have the sum of your group, right? And what you're hoping is that in all of your group, you hope this diversity and all these different people you bring together, like there are some traits in there that, some leaders, some planners, all those things, manager, because, at the end of the day, everybody isn't those, they're not those things, right? Everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not an extra mile. But what you hope to do is find those people that have that energy, that have that passion, and empower them to show up, give them a reason to show up, give them responsibility so that they want to come and be a part. I think, and until we do that consistently, everything else is bullshit. To me, that's just personal. I think unless we're giving you an opportunity to show up and actually be authentic, be yourself, not be, not fall into this category that we want you to be, but actually show up as you and bring all of your abilities to the table with other like-minded people and just thrive and do well and crush it. Whatever your things that you're passionate about, crush those things until we enable you or give you the permission to do that consistently. I don't think we can encourage or diversity, because I think diversity comes from finding people that care and getting those people together. Like I hell, I wouldn't care what they look like at that point, as long as they care, because I think your heart position or the way that you think about people, the way you think about this opportunity is going to dictate your action. Is more than you know me just being, not saying that being a black man is my only identity, but you know, if that's all I am is a token black person at the meeting, and you a check box, a box that you're going to check off and say, well, we got a black guy in there, then I'm almost meaningless, right?
That's not respectful, right?
But it's not until like my opinions or I show up consistently and I show you that my opinions aren't just things I'm going to give you, but I'm going to fight with you. I'm going to be there with you. Once I earn your respect and I show you my person, who I am, then I would say then I want to be invited to the table. I want to have a seat at the table once I show up, once I put in the work. But if I put in the work, or if people are putting in the work and the time, and they're showing they're committed, they're showing they're dedicated, and we're still not creating ways for them to be involved, to have a say in what's going on, then that's something we really got to think about. Do we give a shit about diversity, or is it something we just like to say? And so I guess the thought is diversity for the sake of diversity is bullshit. Diversity for the sake of bringing in sharp people that give a shit, that want to put their time and energy towards a goal, or at least be open to work with other sharp people, that's meaningful. That's how you make a difference.
I don't know that I would say I have any plans, but again, I've not held any kind of office at the hall before, so I don't want to sit here and say that I've got some grand plan without even knowing what I can and can't do. So I'd like to get my feet underneath myself in that role and see where things can go before I make any kind of promise to do big change like that.
I think that's super, super important. And it's happening anyway. It's happening. More women are coming in, and more people from elsewhere that speak different languages are coming in, and we have got to be flexible and welcome those people, because everybody brings something good to the table, something that is necessary. So yes, I would like to see the hall meetings. There needs to be some kind of translation there into Spanish. I spoke with Samantha, and she said that there were some things that she had been looking at to be able to affect that. That needs to happen. And then women are coming. They're coming in. It's a trade that offers a lot. And in terms of dignity, security, having that skill set that you can take wherever, which is freedom, the women are coming. And the hall must adapt with that and protect all of the apprentices, but in particular the women and those who have that language barrier, which shouldn't be a barrier. It's something that we have to consciously confront. That there's more and more Hispanics coming in, which is great, because we want them in the union. We need them in the union, and and I know not everybody is going to agree with what I'm saying, but I don't care. We need everyone that is willing to work and to be a good brother and sister because that's the other part. You got to know your trade, but you also have to know how to be a good brother and sister, because we aren't just we're not a temp agency. We're a union. And that requires something of you in terms of character and loyalty and understanding the people before us that sacrificed so that we have what we have now. And that it's also incumbent on us to move forward so that those people in the future that join the union will have it even better than we've had it.
I always have. If asked, for sure, I would give my input, and I'm gonna probably give it whether asked or not. But like I just said, we've got to, as representatives of this union, we have got to look like the people that we represent, and I don't look like all of them. So yes, I would 100% support diversity as the staff. I sure hope we get some diversity in our elections of officers. But as far as the staff, it's the BA's choice, but definitely would use what little, if any, influence I have on making sure that we represent all.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to recruiting and further diversifying folks, would you entertain any ideas about connecting with different parts of the Nashville community that might bring in different types of folks?
Oh, absolutely. The MC3 that they run now, that's a great derivative of some stuff that so me and Jason Freeman with the Labor Council back in the day, we was on NOAA's Economic Equity and Jobs Task Force. So I definitely support working with those kind of local community organizations, because a lot of civil rights, human rights, and workers' rights, they're all intertwined, period. And so, like I did 13 through 21, I would firmly work with other organizations that are bringing in different lifestyles and different types of people into the Nashville area. I'm not opposed to Project Return. I actually used to talk with them, and they take recently released from penal facilities, and they give them soft skills like reading a tape measure, maybe a little bit of OSHA stuff, getting them ready for construction. I've talked in front of their class, and that would be something that I would definitely not be opposed to, was getting our message out to as many people, no matter who they are.
Right now, at this point in my career working at the Hall, this is the most diverse the local has ever been. And yes, I think we always need to look like the community that we represent. So I'm all about diversity in my local.